All right, good morning. It's King Rip. Part two of this thing because I wanna get this vision off to y'all. So I went down right to the depths, and the first time I was asking questions. It was an old castle. It was an old castle, and the door was slightly open. So I opened it and I went in. When you're in the spiritual realm, you got to be careful what doors you go through because that's a free will decision. And the more doors you go through, depending on what type of vision it is, if it's the wrong type of vision, the deeper you're going down, the deeper. And I went all the way to the bottom. You feel me? But the first vision I seen a female and a male. They used to be angels, and the male is coming down weird. So I didn't talk to him. The way he was trying to come down, like it was an exorcist move. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it was something similar like that, and the female was just coming down. And I talked to her. I told y'all I am what I am. You know what I mean? I don't fear that, and I got the keys to all that anyway. So it doesn't matter. They have to obey me, just like they have to, obey God's children. Now, they literally, and I'll elaborate on that later because they gotta ask permission for everything, even the devil. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's that. But I asked her. I said, "Why do you listen to him? Why do you listen to him?" And she looked at me and she said, "I don't know. I don't know." And he popped up right when she was responding to me. He popped up. And I looked at him. And he said something. I said, "You are not worthy to be praised." And I took my hand and I moved it on his face like that and broke his neck. And he fell down immediately and got back up. The spiritual realm is very different. And he started talking to me to delay something similar what these blind guides used to do to all of us. To talk around in circles and try to delay us and our process and life and what we were doing and what we were supposed to be doing at that moment back then. We're not going for it now. And it's impossible now anyway. So we ended up down fighting. I looked at all the little wannabe, pictures in this castle at the bottom. And we fought. And after we fought, I lifted up my hand. I just lifted up my hand because I wasn't able to speak. I lifted up my hand. When I went all the way down, I wasn't able to speak. So I lifted up my hand and light came all the way from heaven, all the way to the depths and opened up. I was gone. Then I ended up going back. I wasn't satisfied. I'm not one, even in this round, I'm not one of them dudes you want to just fight. I'm not going to let it go. I'm worse than a pregnant woman. I'm not going to let it go until you learn your lesson. Until you learn you don't come up against me. You don't come up against certain individuals that you don't know. The talk is talk. Talk is too cheap. You get what I'm saying? You don't come up against anybody in any kind of way. Look at this group. They were just talking around me and going to places, blocking me off, trying to continue to block me from housing, block me, dirty macking me. You feel me? That was how they blocked a lot of us. They made secret phone calls. Yeah, we're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. They don't need this. And a lot of people were blocked from jobs. A lot of people was blocked from a lot of things. That's how they did it, instigating. You feel me? Word of mouth. But dude, the enemy wasn't there this second time. back to this, the vision. Wasn't there the second time. You get what I'm saying? It was a woman. And she had a complexion of a demon. And I'm looking at her, and she's cleaning up the mess that I made whipping dudes. You know what? You feel me? So I'm looking, and she's cleaning, and the angel Raphael got sent, the archangel. So he comes down and he's looking at me, and he gives me this look like, it's time. You're of age now. You're maturing now. You want to save your people. I read this in his eyes, and he looked at me and he said, "Do she satisfy you? Does she please you? Does she satisfy you?" And I looked at this woman who she's on my Facebook. This was years before I knew her, but I told her about this vision and everything, But I looked at this woman, and she was like, but she was cleaning. She didn't want to clean up people's messes in their lives. She was being used, and she didn't even know she was all the way down in the bowels of Hades. Hades is different from hell. Hell is hellfire. That's empty right now. Hades is a place you go when you're being tormented until the judgment, when you go to hell. That's when everything is a wrap. You feel me? And that's going to happen all at the same time. But the 1,000 years haven't started yet. So this back to the vision, the lady, she's cleaning up, and I looked at her, and she's standing up to post up, you know what I mean? So she's posting, and she's just looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I look down at her tummy, and her tummy grew. She got pregnant. I just looked at her, and I grew, and then I answered the angel, and I said, "Yes, she satisfies me." And he smiled. And he left to let the message know to give a report, because the father's like, "Why is my son down there? I know he got the keys. He can go and come as he will, but why is he down there? Who is he talking to, and what is he doing?" Even though he knows all. But the angel, staying true, found out, left. You feel me? The eyes don't lie. Left, reported what I was doing, and then my task came for y'all. To lift y'all up, to strengthen y'all, to forgive y'all, to lead y'all out. We have a kingdom to rebuild. I don't know if y'all been reading, like really reading specific scriptures, but I know y'all is on point. And y'all move at y'all own pace. I'm not into rushing people. I'm not into breaking free will decisions. Y'all move at y'all own pace. Like a lot of y'all was seeing me move at my own pace. I had things to do. I was told I can't leave until they're gone. You can't leave until they're gone. You feel me? Because they're not following. You got to understand, they was stalking. They're narcissistic. That means they don't know what no means no mean. They got minds of children, like feeble and distorted. So it's not your average child. You feel me? And these adults. So I looked at this woman, back to, that. I looked at this woman, and mind you, I only went down there 3 times. 3 times is completion. So I looked at this woman, and she was quiet, but she didn't want to clean up this mess. She did not want to clean up. And to this day, in this round, I don't ask her for anything. Not too much. I may ask her a question or two, you know what I mean? So I can go and get the resources and purchase whatever I need to, but I don't leave none of my messes for her to clean up. And I was teaching her. I was teaching Jay, don't do this. Don't do this with these people. These type of people is doing, and little by little, the seed was planted. Now, I'm one of the ones where it's not going to happen where I plant the seed and it don't grow. Where her, it took from 2019 where we met all the way to now. And she's grown so much. She's learned so much. She understands so much. She knows exactly who I am. You know my real identity. You know what I mean? Y'all know who I am, my real identity. You know, within the Father. So y'all know. But she was cleaning up, and I knelt down to help her pick up some of the glass and stuff. And she said, move, move. And throughout this whole time, I noticed when the Amazonians awoken and they noticed they found their king, just like in the movie Wonder Woman, same concept, same thing. Same thing what she said happened to the men, happened to these men. That's why y'all didn't want nothing to do with them. You feel me? So she said no, she got it. And the angels was delivering visions to me from the Father every time something was changing. Every time something was drastically changing and being cleaned up, y'all started cleaning up. Y'all was cleaning up y'all houses. Y'all was cleaning up, you know what I mean? Because my task was to do the killing. That was it. Y'all task was to make the change and clean up. I revealed a lot that was hidden in the dark. Understand, that's the verdict. That's the verdict. You feel me? That light has come. John chapter 3, verse 19. This is the verdict. That light has come into the world, and people loved darkness rather than the light. And they feared the light because they didn't want their deeds, their actions being exposed. What they was doing in the cuts, I exposed that. I did that. So my description checks out. It's just that I have to do a lot of, very little now, but I had to do a lot of steps in order to get to where we all are now. Our country benefited, even though the wrong people are being pushed out of our government and being pushed out, and a lot of struggles, power struggles are happening, you know what I mean? But we're already on our way out. Understand, before Egypt was, deserted when we left, you know what I mean? It was totally destroyed because of their stubbornness, not wanting to help, not wanting to let us go, not wanting to listen to the Father, and hardening their hearts, thinking, oh, no, we don't know, oh, we know, all this other stuff. You feel me? Yeah. It's not about that. It's not about that. And if you read Ezekiel chapter 5, you'll understand why all this had to go, why I started over, and you'll understand the steps and what I'm doing now, because that's where I'm at. Where y'all at is in a total different spot, even though we're all in Isaiah 11, verse 11. We got our own steps that we are doing. We will leave out together, no doubt. And once we gather, I'll go ahead of y'all. Don't worry about right now the funds. I want y'all to save as much as y'all can. But live. Y'all deserve the right to live. Understand, clothes, jewelry, vehicles, jobs, food, housing. These are things that it is understood that y'all need. Money, these things is understood that y'all need. These things come with life. Don't feel bad for them. You know what I mean? These things come with life. Y'all put God first. Now these things are coming. That's why a lot of visions is being given out and a lot of word is coming down to let y'all know that the doors have been opened. Understand, a lot of us been blocked. Me, a lot of them couldn't block me when it came to the movie industry, when it came to the music industry, when it came to a lot of things. I sacrificed it for a time just so I can do this. Now they're over. When that opportunity comes, I'm hopping on it. Even if I have to start it myself and put y'all at the top because I want women running in corporations. I want to help people run their own corporations, and me be a entity doing that, a CEO. You feel me? And of course, y'all know, a lot of my plans and stuff like that because I'm open to share that. I put all my cards on the table. I don't have time to have, skeletons in the closet. Skeletons have something to do with death. That's something hidden. I don't have time for that. And besides, the angels and God is revealing everything anyway. So that time of hiding, just like y'all said, that time is over. It's time to come out. It's time to do what we're doing. You want that job, go get that job. If you are good at that job and you love that job, that's perfect. Get it. Get the experience, because where we're going, you can restart that job over there. You can restart it. I love y'all. Te quiero mucho. I love y'all. And I want y'all to have a beautiful, wealthy Wellness Wednesday. Let's get it.